Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to my vlog for the week of January 16th, 2023. Oh, this was a busy week. I think every week is busy for everybody. Yeah, there's no point in saying that. But I did kind of work on all these 4 paintings, and then I eventually decided, this is the time I would call it that it's done. And then I added more mushrooms to this one, and that is done. And I started, I've been working on several surfaces, like these are canvas panels, this is a canvas, and this is a wood panel. So I am happy with the results. They each kind of reflect a part of me, and these are all things that I say to myself or think to myself, remind myself. So with in every piece of art there is always going to be a little bit of yourself. And yeah, and then she embraced calm. I liked that, and I liked how the background color turned out. It's very jewel tone. I like the way the colors look to me in person. I do not know how it is translating through the camera, through the screen, but I kind of had a great time doing it. I'm doing this again after quite some time, so there is always that, like, what has changed from how I used to do it before and now. And this one is very much for my youngest, and this is my all-time favorite quote, one of my all-time favorite quotes, and I just love how it turned out. Yeah, so there. And okay, so obviously I'm still working on this. This is my bullet journal spread pages for January, and this is my creative practice tracker, and I am very happy that I have done at least 5 minutes of something creative this month. At least up until yesterday I have, and we will see how today goes and the rest of the month. But this was my opener. I know this, everybody does it in a bigger, better, thicker bound journal that has guide points and stuff. I didn't. I'm just making it as I go, and nobody has to make it like anybody else's. That's my understanding. And I kind of like this. I actually made a reel for this one. It's on my Instagram, mo.saha.studio. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. And I do post enough there, like reels and regular posts and stories. Yeah, I would be very delighted if you did follow me there. So this is my spread for January, and I love to look, like it says at a glance, and I can really see what all is happening this month. And there is not enough space to break down each and every activity, but for that I actually use my phone. That is far more convenient for me to break down the steps and get it done during the day. But these are the reminders I need. Oh, okay, I need to do this. So then I take the next steps. And then, of course, this page is not complete, but I have things like books read and audiobooks that I listened to, workbooks that I'm working on, the money that I earned from my hobby, and social media, etc. And then I started making my February opener last night. All I did was I put a jaguar. Drawing animals is not that easy. I find it far more easier to draw people, because I have drawn people far more often than I have drawn animals. So it is a bit of a challenge. Like, okay, does this animal, and animals have so many variations, so many, this and that together makes an animal that looks distinctly different from another animal. So yeah, that is kind of interesting. So this is my attempt at drawing a jaguar. And then, what is the message of the jaguar? I am picking these animals based on the message, they are like spirit animals. Not all of these are my spirit animals, but what is an animal representing in a way? What is the energy? What is the medicine? So for me, penguin was be curious, be creative. And yes, I did Google all of these things, and I picked only the ones that stood out to me, or the ones that I really need. I picked that. So like, this is not a guide to that in any way, but it spoke to me. This is what I need. This is one of the things I have in mind for January. Be curious, be creative. For February, be confident, be strategic. Because a lot of the times I find that my creativity gets carried away, and then I do not necessarily accomplish, even finish what I set out to do, because I am then thinking, like, I'm caught up in how wonderful and fun it is to be creative, but not keeping in mind what my end goal was. So that is where the strategy of things comes in, and having the confidence, it may not look the best the first time around or whatever, but to keep at it. Like, I'm not good at drawing animals, but keep at it. It will eventually improve. And that is that. Somebody who is good at drawing animals would be good at drawing animals now. But for me, that's not the case. I'm learning, and this is my part of that practice. So that being that, I am still on these books. I'm still reading this one, The Bullet Journal Method by Ryder Carroll, and I'm still working on the workbook, the Boundaries workbook. And some of these prompts, questions put me in a very introspective mood. Like, how do I translate this in my personal life, and why is that so? So the more I question the why is that so, I see the emerging patterns. And when I see the emerging patterns and I understand why is this pattern present, and then I understand how my own actions and intentions often contribute quite significantly to the establishment of those patterns. And once a dysfunctional pattern has been established, it's kind of hard to break it, because you are the person who either couldn't say no. I mean, you couldn't say no, that's why it ended up being the way that it is. And then you are still kind of the same person who struggles to say no, and now has to kind of undo things, which is tricky, because everyone around you has gotten used to certain things, and you are now trying to turn the tide, and that doesn't always go smoothly. Like, for that also, you need some strategies where you are not offending everyone around you, but you are also not killing yourself to be the good girl or the good boy that you are taught to be. Tricky, very tricky, but it's a practice worthwhile. Once I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and if there is a need inside me that is making me say impossible yeses, then that needs to change. If it is I'm looking for approval, I know I'm looking for approval. I don't know anybody who's not. Like, everybody's need is different, the degree of need. But if I can let go of that approval to be seen as the good one who never says no, then maybe it gets easier to say no, because then the no is not going out to somebody else necessarily, but the no is going to the part of me that feels that, oh, I need to say yes. If that part is tamed, calmed down a little bit, then maybe saying that no is not so guilt provoking, let's just say. Yeah, lot of introspection. So, I'm inching along like between one prompt to the next. Like, I started it in the beginning of January, but I have basically made it to 2 or 3 prompts. And what I'm saying is I'm okay with that pace, because I don't want to rush through again. Like, there is some impossible finish line that I'm trying to rush to. Then no, I don't, because I'm just going to take the time to see. However far I get. And if a lot of it is resolved, I may not even need to make it through the entire book. So allowing myself to take that time. So that is that. And I also got this book, Get Messy Art. This is Kaylee Gray's book, and I'm loving it. Page by page I'm reading it and I'm saying, oh yes, I know, yes, I agree with that. That's so me. And it's like, it's a very honest look at why art journaling, thinking behind, and to me, yeah, I have told Kaylee many times and mentioned in my classes on her platform, Get Messy Art, that it is a process of self-acceptance. Art journaling to me is a process of self-acceptance, self-discovery, and the output of it is sort of secondary. I'm not paying attention to the output as much as I'm paying attention to what it is I want to say. So that being that, I'm really enjoying this book. If you are someone who wants to understand what art journaling is all about, or why art journal at all, this book could be one of your go-to books. But if you are looking for, I'm just looking for the techniques to try, and not so much, but I am enjoying the philosophy of the book. Yeah, so, and I have been art journaling. So let me get my little art journal. Here's my pile at the moment. This is almost finished. Like, I'm at the very end at this point. Last few pages. This I did a while ago. This I did, started during the pandemic and finished it. And it was just a book of mark making. And this is a class I'm teaching. I have shown this book, not the entire thing, but just from the outside. And this is the current journal I'm working on. And I got some prompts from, I think it's called Junk Journal January, and I decided to do my thing, but follow the prompts, starting with the prompts and then taking it where it takes me. And I am not caught up, but I am taking time to, I love this one. It was just, it was quite late at night and I had no idea. I just colored the base pink and then hand lettered the message in the center and then went around it. And the prompt was hobbies. So it kind of, the simplicity of it, just the motion of making those marks that are individually not all that pretty or perfect, but it is, I'm okay with it. And then, this one I did, I think, what was the prompt for that one? From the day. So yeah, this day will not come again. Use it well. That's so true. The days gone by, like used to spend a lot of time planning for the future and all that, and then I realized that I never live today. I'm always future tripping, or caught up in something in the past. There is very little conscious, intentional time spent at the present moment. So yeah, I need to be reminded of that very, very often. And these are just, this was barcode, and I was doing, there's your family and your job, and these are all, torn out of various magazines, just torn out at different times, and whatever fell together at that moment in time, and more time, more energy, more for doing what you love, and then of course I didn't have the rest, so I made it up, is priceless. And this is supposed to be me saying yes, please. And there's more, but that's a work in progress. And okay, so this is something I don't always remember, but when I watch other YouTube videos, I see that they always mention this, like, please subscribe, like, comment, etc. So that's my invitation to you. If you feel like it, if it speaks to you, share a comment. If you like it, like the video. And if you're not subscribed, I would love to have you here. And I want to shout out to my friend Anne Philipson. Like, Anne and I go a long way back. Long means really long. Anne and I met in 2004. And by the way, Anne, I know that you told me you watch my videos, so hi. And thank you so much. I got your card for Christmas. It came a little late, but I got it. And thank you for that, for thinking of me. And yeah, we met in 2004. This was when I was just found out that I'm pregnant with my son. And then it's been a long time with each other. And then after I left Tampa, she and I still kind of stayed in touch. She always sends a card for Christmas, and I rarely manage to, but I'm so glad that you followed me on Instagram and YouTube. So yeah, if you see this video, leave a comment. I think about you a lot, and it's so good to have friends be refound in so many ways. Because once I moved away, yeah, the distance made a lot of difference, and life took a very different turn once I reached New Jersey. And some of it good, some of it not good, everything good in the long term. But so yeah, I would love for you to leave a comment for me if you watch my video. And it's good to have a friend like you. Thank you for being my friend all these years. And yeah, I'm glad that the classes and things that we did together, that you still like them. That means a lot to me. All right, folks. So I am going to sign off and hopefully see you next week with my vlog for this coming week. Bye.